30 years ago, I began this collection. I didn't perhaps know that I would still be doing it 30 years later, but here we are. Fantastic span, probably the most historic period of football history, bar none. And I had a hunch that everything was going to change given the terribleness of the three football disasters that befell the 1980s. After Hillsborough, I thought, right, here's something that I've got a feeling for. I could really get my lens into, if you like. I was already a photographer, but without really one major subject. That was going to be my subject. Stuck my collar up, headed off into the English winter and thought, you know, this isn't all going to be pretty. But football, I thought, was a place where, with a lot of differences on view and a lot of edginess and a lot of yelling at the opposition, it's basically about what we've got in common. I made a decision early on that I would choose what looks like expensive equipment and a mode of doing it, but actually, by modern day standards, it isn't, which was a simple film camera. But the idea was for me to slow things down. That process has gone on for 30 years and it's built up a huge collection, and we see perhaps the cream of it here now over the next year at the National Football Museum. There's kind of big themes: loyalty to one's club. Most clubs don't win anything. It was also very much about the place where you are or find yourself supporting. It might be the club of your town, or it might be just a club you fancy for whatever reason. But once you have, you know, very few people swap clubs. You sort of stick with that. So it was about that sort of endurance test that's very peculiar to British football, more than any other country. And I think across 55 main pictures, plus a supporting cast of another literally 500 pictures that are on view here, if you don't see your team, you still feel, you know, I think he's got something of what I experience and what I adore about the game.